Hi everybody, I'm Tina. This is To the Inner Wild. Thanks for stopping by. Today it is what day is it? It's Thursday, I think the 20th. It's a good day. It's a good day to be alive. And we're gonna go ahead and move over to, this might be a little bit of a lengthy session. Who knows nowadays? I need some lip stuff going on here, but anyway, I just I'm getting prepared for my tombstone, my rebirth. But first off, the last words, the final words that will be placated on my tombstone. You know, what's my deviation of rest in peace? I would say rise in peace, if we're to really be more accurate with that. I'm off on new, horizons. I think for reals, though, being in limbo is, just definitely being on edge. The last inch of your seat. Where you're relying on your limbs, your lower limbs to, hold you up. Count. So that you don't fall on your bum. And thank goodness, I have strong foundations. Angels of love and light, I call you in to direct and protect these messages, the querent and the recipient, which is I, me, myself, and I. Protect our space. Yes, ma'am. We're going to go through several decks. I'm told to kind of layer it up. I'm still kind of on an in-between, upon closure. And, I'm trying to make sure, Spirit, keep me honest on this, to not let my ego come into play. Because, part of me, there's a little piece of me that's okay, that's how you see it, but it's not a vengeful tone. It's more oh, so that's how you really, that's your truth when it comes to me. And so, I always told Spirit, I'm, especially within the past, I don't know, year or so, when I ask for the truth to be told, that I can handle it. And the truth has always proved, that it hurts for real to see it, in its full out glory. It's just no shame whatsoever. And it's okay, because I refuse to drag myself along for several years or additional months dealing with somebody else's baggage. And when somebody doesn't do their healing, that's projected onto you. Their aura, is, I told you, is very orb-like, whether they're angelic or not, and it kind of interferes with your own. Did I tell you that I was introduced, I was helping with some kind of creative team project, and there were a few males that were around me. One was I met that day, but it was a big deal that I was supposed to meet this guy. I don't know why, but he was an assessor, a down low assessor. And the other guy I told you was, I've talked about him before in his sexual pursuits within the spiritual realm, and how he viewed me, but I didn't put all the puzzle pieces together to really gauge the context of where his mind was at. Very selfish energy. So I was supposed to look at some type of scheduling, and we were sitting in this booth type of setting at work, and I was going to sit across from this new guy, and he said, why don't you just kind of come on over here so I don't have to turn the computer around. But the way he smiled about it was just kind of weird, I'm still learning, honestly. so I was like, okay, whatever. It's just, us, and I can just kind of keep my distance. I don't need to lean. Nobody needs to be doing any leans here. And so I did like expanded view. And I knew that was like kind of a tester for my energy, like readability. And I wasn't 100% down with that. I just kind of like put it in the back of my head, kind of like tried to ignore it. But then when the other dude came in and he was welcome to look at the schedule, like they kind of sandwiched me, and I felt like their energy, like if somebody isn't within like wing space to you, that's your personal like sexual aura. That's like your personal space, your personal bubble. People should not be getting up all in that. So my friend told me that, I've been told that before, but like I didn't know how adept in the occult these people were. But when I felt them come through, even my throat chakra is like fucking like messing up right now. But like it was almost suffocating, like within my rib cage. I could feel them like barging into my aura, and it was like we could have actually been like skin to skin contact at that point. Like there was no touching, but that feeling was so intrusive. I've never felt such a point of suffocation. So you see what I'm talking about? Other energies abound. So anyway, this period is a time where I methodically say my goodbyes. And, they could cut me loose, earlier. I think that's part of, like, their prerogative. But, like, I made it a point to be like, you know what? I'll be damned if I let people, like, feed off of my energy for the 1111 portal or even close to that. Under these standards, under these conditions, like, I know that I'm doing the right thing. And, they'll see the difference. So we're going to go ahead and keep a positive attitude. We're going to, like, same intention as yesterday, to exit with grace, because, there are certain learnings within this that, I am grateful for the opportunity of having that. I'm grateful to see the variances of illusions and how people out, group up in the background or, blatantly, the masks that people wear in different hierarchies, and that not everyone is indicative of the whole, of the whole piece. There are some, facets within there that like are, stand within their own, hence me. So, I can't like group everybody in the same batch. It's not always like birds of a feather flock together. Obviously I'm flying out on my own, and it's just viewing things as far as where people are at within their journey, and not like just kind of giving it some wiggle room. Like I'm gonna wiggle off to here, and it's I'm just making peace. Like I'm still doing the work, I'm still engaged, I'm doing like a hell a lot more than anybody would, knowing that they were not accepted under reciprocating conditions. So I just have to face the truth as far as engagement, what they truly value, how they prioritize. And according to my last readings, I could have doubled if not tripled, especially my rate, and Spirit saying like that's totally legit and valid. That's not your working potential, that's how you are for real right now. And for other people to validate otherwise within a fraction of that piece, and not even validate it, just acknowledge it, like I hear what you said, but like I'm still not listening, kind of thing. it's doing away with those constructs. Like, okay, just like you did, I'm going to mirror that energy, Heyoka style, and I'm going to let it in one ear and out the next. And just like allow it some clearance, because you know that's your truth and it doesn't meet up with mine. And so it's time to just do what works best for me. And I know like 1,000,000,000% that this is the right thing for me to do. I mean, yesterday's reading, like for real, like I'm so glad that I'm real with shuffling, like in real time mode, because like it's we're engaging within the same experience when it comes down to the delivery from the divine. So, you know, I just like that kind of shared magic. I think it's just a wonderful way to show from the divine that like each moment can be a page turner. And I heard my voice change a little bit, so I feel like there's more than one person that can really speak to that understands that vibe. Like, not just the desire, but how that feels when you're truly engaged in the truth. So it's like the never-ending story, like just being so engrossed within the story that you're a part of it. Yeah. So anyway, we're using the Rorschach in color once again. And what is our question today? I feel like there's just like an energy reading. Oh my gosh. You know, there's some people flew in today on the extended portion, like the sales staff, and the women that were grouped up, they knew they knew my energy. They knew to like kind of keep a little distance, but they were just like, it was so cute. You know, so the people that practice, the women that practice, know that there's like I do. The people that practice properly respect my energy. They like, I don't want to say fan over it almost, because like I don't personally know, like I don't hear them, but like I can see them, and it's so sweet. I'm not used to that kind of thing. But then there are others that will truly try to challenge that. And those are the people that don't do the work, don't understand the purpose behind such power, and they don't know their own. They take shortcuts, you know, they fuck around, literally and within different realms. So, you know, the world shows them accordingly. It's almost like, what is it, validating each other? Like, it's a cyclical pattern, like where, you know, they do what's easiest, and they become the easiest to do. So, you know, to each their own. You know, I still know exact phrasing of what I can say to destroy them, but that's not my goal. And you know, it's just kind of beneath me. Not kind of, it is beneath me. Like I don't know. There's no real purpose in that other than to like kill off a person. But like even that purpose is just like, it didn't really give me what I wanted, you know. It's like, it's just kind of self-defeating almost. So I want to keep within like a good range, a good attitude, clean slate, no baggage. I just kind of like want to see like what, like without showing all my cards. Okay, spirit, shh, shh, shh. Just give me a picture that I can focus on, and then we'll reorient around that with the card reading, okay? 501. So 501, I think like that's a common reference to like 501, like Levi's jeans or something. So I think we're going to take it casual a little bit. Like our dailies are going to be kind of like we work hard, but we're going to like also take it easy. So I think that's the vibe, like a blue jeans type of vibe right now. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's where we're going right now. But let's just see what the cards say, okay? Angels of Light and Love. My divine core team. Spirit, what is it that you want to convey? Like, what is a point of focus for me especially? 501 might be an angel number to look at as well. I don't know what it means until I actually look it up. Like cognitively, you know, in the here and now. That's a lot. That's crazy. That's a lot. It just kind of split up a little bit. And I think that's part of it. Like, I think it's not compartmentalizing, but also organizing our thoughts. Let's say we have a deck of cards or a presentation and we want to group it up accordingly. So just kind of make it bite-sized a little bit. Like, what is it? The Kaizen approach. In making it more digestible, like, to the audience, which is ourselves, you know? So, yeah, like, we're going through phases. So, like, just let's break it down. And not just break it up. But I think that kind of division is also going to alleviate a lot of conflict, a lot of conflicted feelings. Yeah, okay. So let's see what the say is in here. Okay, one fell on my right foot and then one fell on here. So maybe there's two cards that we need to look at. Okay, so 5 seconds each round. Okay, 1. Okay, this is card number, oh wait, I shouldn't have done that, but it's card number 14. I think it's Temperance. So let me just do my own, okay. Okay, so I'm gonna do this card for I think I might tune out and then tune back in, like a second part deal, because I want to make it digestible. Okay, so that's a quick flashpoint on part 2. Okay, it ties into this. I don't know how, but it will. So let's move forward. Okay, so card 14, I believe, is Temperance. Like, I'm kind of sure about that. Let me just further engage in what that might look like for reals. So there's a possibility, you know, within the common realm, what most people have seen, that this, you might have seen a fairy, a velvet Jesus, a praying mantis, or roadkill. I did not see any of those. Maybe the closest one was the praying mantis. Yeah, because it was kind of alien-like. Excuse me. 14, where are Going through the deck, going through the deck, going through the deck, and going through the deck. Come on, Temperance, where are you? Oh, here we are. Yep, 14 Temperance. Okay, we're just going to lay it out right there. I'm going to take a look at this. So what I saw, generally, first off, was a bat. Do you see that? The ears, the nose, whatever. And then, like, the wings or whatever. But it's like, it's about to put a bat that is about to put on a sarong. Like a beach wrap towel thing. And how cute is that? It's a bat putting on a sarong. So a creature of the night, a nocturnal animal that is referenced as like the dark night of the soul, the hermit, is going out to the beach, like out in the sun and about to enjoy it. So it's something that's like, number one, out of character, number two, like out of its norm, and number three, moving out of the dark night of the soul to like bask in the glory of like this new world. That's what this is. And the stones that are around it are like what I do at the beach sometimes, or what I see at the beach, like certain rock structures, like artsy structures where like we regroup rocks in like some kind of format. And oftentimes when it's like circular, it's more of like a ritualistic form. If you look at like ancestral type of like gatherings, like the sacred space of a practice, or like Celtic, Druid, that circle. And it's 6 of Pentacles, which is a reciprocation, a give and take of the world. It's achieving balance threefold. So when you're looking at Maiden, Mother, Crone, the Trinity, the Holy Trinity, or whatever triad, there's a balance there. And we're looking also at Temperance, that inner alchemy between, as above, so below. Which is great because the bat is like as above and then so below, like on the beach. So there's that. I love it. I absolutely love it. The other thing that I saw in its form was an upright, someone juggling. This is kind of like the praying mantis here, but like it has like amphibian type of hands and is trying to juggle the 6. So here we see more obviously the color coding. The 4 of Pentacles, green, this is wealth. This is being able to juggle it to balance like different sources of income, and yellow being a highlight of the solar plexus chakra, your identifiers. So this is being able to like juggle multiple sources of income. One or a set that depicts things that we truly love, like our own business, what we're engaging in, and then 2 sets, which is, a regular work type of job, your standard type of thing. So this is like 3 sources of income, or, one source twofold, and another that's, also a filler of, your soul purpose. You see the shoulders are quite broad here, or like the arm span. And so this is really excellent. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you, but this is amazing. I love it. I just love it. So, I am so surprised. Like, amazing though. Like how, this is so incredibly cute. You cannot deny it. Drop down a comment and say, that's hella cute, Tina. And I'll be like, okay, I know. Thanks very much. Okay, so now we're going to move into our tarot. Okay, we're going to go with Tarot of the Holy Light. Worked wonders for the last reading. I'm just, really, like, this is such an attitude adjustment, because, yeah, like, I don't know if, like, I'm bummed. There's, like, a semi-charmed kind of life. That's what it feels like. Third eye blind. Semi-charmed kind of life. That's what I feel like in these vibes right now. I don't know the lyrics of the whole song. Like I can't recite them verbatim, but that lyric alone, that title, That song title alone is a clear representative of what I'm like dealing with right now. There's like I'm on the verge of different feelings and different vibes, and I can see like how the seas change with each like interaction. And it's like, wow, I truly need to be okay with this. So I'm going to make peace with it. I'm going to be like moving out of this, like this shadow work, Spirit is saying, is basically complete. Like, go to the beach. Don't just visualize it and like take it for its symbolic worth, but go out there and feel it. And know that you can make this happen. Like this is manifestation, getting ahead of the game. Just feel the vibes. Feel the good vibes, like of where you're at, not where other people are at. Engage with where you're at. That's like, if you're going to look at the takeaway, if you're going to tune out at this point, that's all that you really need to know. Like 100%. The other stuff, are supplemental tools that I'm told. Yeah. But here, if we're going to engage in the here and now, this is like the takeaway. I love it. Okay. So, angels of light and love, what do you want to convey to us pertaining to this new vibe? It's so cute. Like the image, like the whole thought of it is beautiful. So it has like the whole like work time and playtime involved. Like it's work-life balance, like for real. This is not just like I'm marketing it out there to like have you engage in it. Like a lot of employers do that. They kind of create the ambiance, hoping that they'll like buy you in and like kind of snatch you right up. But here, and trap you, corner you even. But here, it's like, this is for reals. Like, it just makes sense. This is ideal in both realms. So, what is it that you want to convey to me, Spirit? Without revealing all of the cards. You can do that on our private time offline. But like 100%, I feel like so, like one big area of relief is that my recruiter said not to reach out to contact any of the people there after my end date. And so I understand all of that, but there's that little wiggle room where if they reach out to me, then it's okay. They didn't stipulate on that. And I don't think that they can like really regulate that when it comes down to it. If it is, there's a certain like statute of limitation that only allows for so much control. And so I think, I like, honestly, I'm told to like keep moving on. So to reach back and pull from my back pocket to re-engage, like, people know where I'm at. They can figure it out. Honestly, if they want to reach out, then cool. But if not, I'm when it comes down to this other particular, supposed love interest, time and time shows me that there's been no real action, like no real fucks given, honestly, like literally, thank God. And figuratively, I checked the cabinets, it's been over a week, and there's no replenishment of oatmeal. So I know that they're making the cuts. And because I'm the only one that eats the oatmeal, honestly. Maybe there's like one other person that like randomly comes in or whatever. But it's, I received the memo. I received it. But like, I think it's just hilarious. It's like comedic almost, the kind of like undercuts that, like the uppercuts that people try to like drive in with their power. Because it's like, when it comes down to it, I'm going to, like, I'm already setting a foot to be in a place that is so much more angelic and like high value, that I don't need to proposition anything. I don't need to like negotiate anything. Like, I'm going to be very, very well taken care of. And like the divine's got me. And like the monetary value that will come along from it, it's not even going to exceed the spiritual value, but the monetary gains that are going to come through are going to be like, yeah, in your face oatmeal. You know what I mean? Like, no, like, I'm saying that it's going to be ridiculous how much is going to come through, to the point where like there's like, I already foresee an inside joke coming through when it gets to that level. Everything takes time, of course, but you know, the divine comes in with surprises, like always for me, like right around the corner when it comes to like really landing it to, you know, like a good save, like, oh, Tina, you made like a really good decision. We're going to reward you like right here, like here. And like I said, like every time that I've stepped out of a place, of a situation, of an environment that did not have a good interest in mind, you know, if we're looking at it on that basis rather than my best interest in mind, like quite literally, they didn't have good intentions in mind, that I just like never questioned my leave. So I'm at that place where I'm just kind of like waiting for it. But like Spirit's like already telling me like it's good. And every time I draw back on all these little things, and you know, the people that play like mind games and all of it, it doesn't like the gloss and the luster of like an ocean view, of having like well catered, you know, moments, or like a picturesque type of workplace, it doesn't mend all of the stuff that lies immediately beneath it. Like, if you look at it, there's dead bodies and dead souls underneath that gloss. And I mean, that's really the vibe of it. That's what it is. And it's just like, I don't know if I should feel angry or like upset about it anymore, because if you look at it, it's quite sad. Like, they look, you know, they're missing out. But like, you know, it's okay. If I further had to lengthen my, like, I'm not missing out. We're good here. I mean, like, okay, let me put it back on the bat. That's so cute. I mean, I think I really need to engage in that. This is like, this is not even putting on the wrap. It's like about to throw down. Like, the bat is unwrapping it and is about to throw it down. Like, I'm ready for the beach. I'm ready to, like, feel this. It's so good. I like it. Mm-hmm. Okay, so what do we have here? We have the Page of Pentacles muted, the Hermit muted, the Ace of Pentacles muted. That's excellent, because it's like showing that I'm ready for playtime. My inner child is like it's like hollering at me. With the dragon spirit, like very much protected. This is ancient energy protected. And holding like a big ass pentacle, like up ahead, but in between there's discipline. There's disciplinary measures held within, and it's just like you just have to hold strong. You have to hold to your truth. Do you see that balance? How that carries through? Right here we have the sun you know, right behind there, the sun here, the pentacle, and then the pentacle. So this is a deviation from this. Okay, this is the inner child speaking, and like we're called to really pay attention to that, like Tina, for reals, that like we've got it. Okay, just engage in the inner child, but like that's part of the formula. Absolutely. We have the Eye of Ra, the all-seeing eye, in 2 out of these 3 cards. Yeah. This is excellent. It is excellent. Anything else? So we're engaging in the good vibes, looking at it in this way. It is crazy to me because my boss like reassured me, like, don't worry about it, we're gonna deal with this girl that like is like Hellraiser. One of the Hellraisers anyway, that like doesn't even put in the work to hellraising, like she's that weak. So it's like, you remember that saying where it's like, you're only as strong as your weakest link. And to notice that there are several there is like, wow. Wow. Yeah. So it's time for an upgrade, Spirit says. Like, be thankful and be appreciative of what you've seen, what you encountered, your experiences there. Because it's all part of the whole, like, you know, plan. It's education. Like inner city education. You know what I told my son, like, to boil it down, because if we're looking at monetary wealth here and the displays of it, I felt like I was the inner city kid of, you know, this realm. But when it comes down to it, if you're looking at like what poor and poverty is, that's what that is. Like, no, it's time for an upgrade. And, you know, yeah, I am thankful for the experiences. Like, it's good, but like, you know, I'm looking at like what I'm looking at, and my journey is a very spiritually gravitated one, and I do have a particular calling. So I'm not gonna like talk down on the people that are just trying to make it through and like, you know, work on their own path, you know, within this realm of their own opportunity. I'm speaking for myself. Like, I can't excuse the bullshit. Okay, I won't let anybody excuse the bullshit that had happened while I was there, to me, singularly to me, and at a group level to me. So, you know, to each their own, and you know, it's just time. Spirit's calling time. I'm there, Spirit. Let's synchronize our watches. Okay. So anything else, angels of love and light? Is that it for this one? And then, okay, so that one is justice in reverse. Okay, so, remaining there is really, like, justice in limbo. Yeah. So, like, moving out of that, you know, things are going to process. This is, like, the final computing stages, like, where the accounting work, you know, comes in like with full dexterity, like 70, 80, you know, numbers per minute, you know, that kind of thing. And it's, these are fast computations at this point. So whatever transpires between this and my end date, is going to go down in the books. That's I think that's what they're saying. I mean, with justice coming in reverse, for sure. After all of this, like, I don't have to stress over it. I've already landed my inputs, and just like my previous jobs, I'm seeking closure where both parties are at like a good state of mind and like well informed. Because I did this with my last two jobs, but the very first, like, I've done this like all throughout, but and with one job in particularly, like, that was an overgive to give like them like they really did me dirty for sure. So to work as hard as I did to like inform and like tie up loose ends and all of that, like I could have just informed them on the pending items rather than completed as much as possible, and even to the point of record retention and etc. Like, that was like overboard. So I'm learning, how to let go properly and like even keel. And this is also a good point where like I can just make sense out of things, and have a good conscience with, being informative and like just still within character, So, anything else? Angels of love and light. Justice in computation. Things balancing out. Okay, I'm told to turn it around now. Okay, because we're looking at the other half. Okay, as far as juggling or like working with, showcasing our skill set and balancing different sources of income. Even like with amphibian hands, like, amphibian hands are kind of like pluckered out, So, I don't think that they have like as much of a range, but all you need to do is it's like ping pong, ping pong, ping pong, and, with like kind of like a baseball mitt glove. So there's kind of like a roundabout already in being able to work with those items. So that's excellent. I think that's great. Anything else that you want to say pertaining to that, angels of love and light? Okay. Eight of Pentacles. So whatever this is, whatever's happening with this, it's almost like the inner work, because it was kind of coming at it in a horizontal, but like upright as well. It's like muted form, but also upright. It's like I've already put in the inner work, so there's not like engaging in like the next activities. It's going to feel like almost effortless, because number one, I'm going to love what I'm doing, and number two, I'm going to love the environment that I'm going to be in, whatever it is. Like this new one of the new prospects, I would be taking a little bit of a pay cut, but like overall, it's to not have to deal with like extra like attitudes and like dark energy. Like it's already a win. Like you're giving me back the life. It's reclaiming the power, and to enjoy where you're working at and what you're doing, like just to be like at ease, and be really good at what you're doing. It's like everything just makes sense when there's a flow. And where you don't have to manipulate things, where there's no like micromanaging, there's no like death grips, So this is good. Anything else, angels? Okay. 10 of Pentacles. Automatic hit, like jackpot. That's what they're saying. This is a jackpot. To jump from 8 of Pentacles muted, where it's seemingly effortless, like making money while you sleep, Tina. It jumps like the having that balance of work-life balance and like doing what you love versus like, and other sources of income. It's like that proves to the world that like you've got your shit on lock. And it's 2 of Pentacles like tacked on to the 8, so it's like It's a no-brainer. It's a jackpot. It's a win. That's amazing. This card is called the Earth Trine. Interesting. It's the Kabbalah on fleek. Do you see that? I'm not even Jewish, man. And but like past life histories, I have many. Part of it is one of like the Jewish leaders, masculine. I have several that are like super like insane roles, like high level, and I'm just like, I never talk about it because it's like I'm still learning, and it just doesn't feel like exact. I mean, like, I only speak to it like when it becomes more real to me, because those positions deserve that kind of confidence to bring to the forefront. But like, yeah, I'm seeing a lot of like strength within that. So it's the Kabbalah on fleek, baby. I know. Okay. 7 of Swords. This originally came in reversal, but then I picked it up. And, whenever you pick up the 7 of Swords, whether it's like active versus like inactive, it's still the 7 of Swords. Like whether like it's during or after like the diffusing of it. So there are always going to be like, how do I say it? Okay, so 7 of Swords does not always mean deceit. It means like kind of getting away. Like, what is it? Like the quick getaway, almost. Like, that's what I'm getting. Like, this is a takeaway. This is for, how do I say it, angels? For me, like the way I grabbed it, knowing that it was in reversal, like, without whatever I was to turn up, I picked it up like upright. So for me, this is like a quick turnaround, like a quick takeaway. It's like ripping off the band-aid, and that's oh my gosh, that's so cool. I love it, angels. Thank you. It's a quick getaway. That's what this is. I'm ripping off the band-aid, and it's like a quick turnaround. This is my quick takeaway. It's like a thief in the night, just like, whew, You see that? They're racing. They're off to the races. And oh my gosh, is that a rooster? You see that? Like the fox has gotten one of the hens, and there's a rooster trying to like get it, But like, this is crazy. It's insane. So this is a quick getaway. Like, this is a quick like takeaway turnaround. I don't like. This is great. This is really, really good. Like following the 10 of Pentacles, like, I could easily say, okay, there are some people out there that are going to be deceitful, but it's like, that could be like how they say like it's 12 o'clock in some part of the world. Well, like when you take that concept, to this level, it's like, yeah, same shit, different day kind of deal. It's like, no, you know what? Like, I'm doing away with that now. And, just because those people exist, those energies exist, it doesn't mean that I need to, like, acknowledge their space, the space that they hold. They're already trying to validate it on their own. I don't need to engage in that energy. For me, this is a quick getaway. This is good. This is legit. If you're going to, rationalize this card at all, especially with the Wheel of Fortune, it's kind of like a gamble, but at the same time, you see that carried over from here. I just noticed that here. So, this in link with that card is a continuation. Like, this is a quick, we're ripping off the band-aid. That's what that is. Like, it's almost like an unveiling, like, and even if there are certain things that need to be fixed, let's say somebody slapped duct tape over, like a wound or whatever, like some kind of mishap or whatever, we're ripping that off and we're revealing what needs to be fixed, like properly. So this is like a huge unveiling. Like, what does it look like? and moreover, like conflict resolution, we're freed up, like we're hands free almost. Not like literally, because there's some things to like kind of work through, but it's a playful atmosphere, you know. Like when you're trying to coerce a child, like when you're doing like changing and dressing with a wound, like you coerce them by like, okay, it's not going to hurt that much, we're just going to rip off the band-aid and we're going to just like, you know, fix it. And that kind of like boiling it down to what it takes to not just face the music but continue on and like really heal, yeah, I for like, and allow a breather session to happen for appropriate closure, like, you know, things that need to happen. Bottom of the deck energy is 7 of Wands. So it's holding the higher ground. It's, you know, kind of building a fort as far as like you're on your way to building boundaries. But for here, it's like 7 of Wands. This looks like it's like something that is meant to trap like a food source. You know, one of those like cages kind of thing. But 7 of Wands here, it's like the 7th wand is in the middle, and it's kind of more rooted than the others. So this is absolute grace under fire, you know, like being like in the midst of it, you know, centered. So this is not ego based. This is the first time that I've seen the 7 of Wands not ego based that I can remember at all. But it's having the higher ground because you took that, and some of that is humbling in being able to like kind of volunteer to like go in the fire first. And it's setting an example for the others without harming the others, really. It's like, you know, it's just going to hurt a bit for me, like, or, you know, even just to kind of step down. Like I told you, it's going to be this particular prospect, this one so far just came up out of the blue, and it's a little bit of a pay cut, but you know, I'm willing to work around things and, you know, just see how it goes. And you know, there's certain trade-offs in the interim, but like for my sanity, for my health and wellness, and the ability to grow within my skill set and share it without getting like pushback or, you know, some deviation of fear-based mentality, you know, it's good. It's good. Okay, so there's that. I'm gonna go with this portion here. Okay. Fell on the Justice card. It's an S. Okay, so we have MICREFENGDEYQRUE. I have Queen. Let's spell it out. I have Fire. Oh, I have Smudge. So there's a cleansing of different ways, you know. Burning of something. You know, fire itself, and then I think yeah, and then Smudge, you know, kind of cleansing, spiritually speaking, with, you know, sage or something similar to it. Because you can smudge with different items, so And then I have E and then cry left. Huh. Oh, scry, maybe? No, it's not doing it. Oh, you know what? I could put fire here. And then that way we can have scry. So taking a good look at things to be easy on the eyes, you know, kind of lighten your eyes as far as your gaze. When you're looking at something, you're discerning something, you want to read between the lines of that energetic frequency. So that's what we're doing when we're practicing scrying. At least that's what I do. I didn't realize it until just now. And I think you're supposed to, like, I'm supposed to teach you that. Like, I'm supposed to convey that to you. Or, like, confirm it if you already knew that. So the FE could be, what is that? Is that iron? Yeah, iron, fire. Or it could be yen for the last part of E. But I really feel like it's meant to be like iron. Okay, so I'm going to show this to you, like, because iron, like, is a great like protective type of metal. I know it's like kind of like a vitamin base as well, but to be forged in fire, I think you can do that. I don't that's all I remember. But I'm gonna go ahead and show this to you. So this is part 1. So that's what we got there. So now you can really look at it. That's so cute. So cute. I love it. I love it. And then, you know, all of that. Like, do you see that? That's insane. Okay, so there we are. Thank you very much for dropping by, and whoever you are. And I think that's it for now. On to part B shortly. I'm just going to take a tiny bit of a break. And thank you, Angels of Love and Light, my Divine Core team. The spirit guides of those that were watching, the collaboration of divinity. And I think that's it for now. Till the next time.